is Bloomberg UTV.
We at Bloomberg UTV along with Dell came up with the idea of the Take Your Own Path campaign. This campaign showcases a list of business achievers from different walks of life, the real heroes of business. After receiving thousands of applications, the jury shortlisted 10 finalists. This week, we bring you interviews of Binoy Mohan, director at Cerulean Information Technology, and Dr. Susan Sharma, founder at IndiaWildlifeClub.com.
I had a great love for nature from childhood onwards. And after my marriage, the entire family used to spend all the holidays in national parks. So that passion for nature and wildlife, it was alive throughout. Then after I did my PhD in information systems, that comfort with computers and information systems made me think that I can do something for wildlife using the internet. And I had this firm belief that environment and wildlife can be saved only if all the thinking people are involved. You know, there has to be a concept change in people. That is the only thing which can result in conservation. Many big NGOs were ending up talking to the converted. People who are already interested in wildlife, they are the ones who are going for the seminars, who are doing the research oriented. The common man was left out. I wanted to bring the common man into the need for conservation. So the aim was to connect maximum number of people. And I thought internet is the best medium for that. When I started IndianWildlifeClub.com, the idea was to share the beauty and bounties of nature with as many people as possible through videos, through photographs, and through write-ups. In 2000 when I started, I realized that videos probably India is not yet ready for, the speed of internet is not ready for videos. But photographs and write-ups, yes. So we have a site which has got editorial content, user-generated content and machine-generated content, mostly consisting of write-ups, photographs, etc. And over a period of years, it is developed into a community of practice. We have as our members people who are keen wildlife enthusiasts, research scientists, forest people, people from all walks of life, mainly in the adult age group, 18 to 40, 45. Now, it is an online club, but we do connect with people on the ground through photography exhibitions, screening of the films which Indian Wildlife Club has produced. We must have been doing pretty well. Over the years, membership has been growing, and we have a very good technologist who has been writing very good code. So all the interactive features have been very popular, especially the online chat. So we had a big jolt when hacking started happening. There was a sustained 3-month attack on our site about a year back, which is the most difficult thing we ever faced. We worked, the technical team, the hosting team and me, we worked almost continuously for 3 months to analyze the hacking activity and remove the hacking which was happening on the database. We had to suspend some of the interactive features because of that. User-generated content had to be limited because of that. So that was a negative thing, but we look at it as a disruptive intervention in management terms. You can convert a disruptive intervention into a positive thing. So this has made us rethink our strategies. We are going in for better a better technical platform which is more future ready with firewalls and better, higher coding facilities, so that in future we won't have to face this. Social entrepreneur means you have to have compassion first, perseverance and hard work. So I would say starting anything is hard, but getting to the next level is harder. And we are at that stage where we want to go to the next level, scale up and reach more people. So we are at that level right now. One project we are working on now is having an online framework for environment education, where IndianWildlifeClub.com will be the preferred site for anyone looking for any information at basic level or slightly advanced level. We will be able to provide it on one page. For future, I started this website with the dream of streaming video, because I find the power of the video over people is maximum. And when we make documentaries and realistic films on wildlife, it's very difficult to reach the masses because the channels don't show it and screenings don't attract many people. In India, for internet, the speed is yet to come. But my dream remains that one day our site will be able to stream videos, and we'll be able to start not only showing whatever films I've made or members have made, but also start virtual tours. It's very interesting how UTV has been responsible for many things. Which, see, when I made my first film, on high-8 camera. It was the first two films I made were on high-8 camera. UTV offered to stream them, and they streamed these two videos in the year 2000 on Shark Stream from Singapore. So that was an affirmative step which didn't earn me any money, but it told me that yes, I am dreaming in the right direction. Now again, after this selection by Dell UTV team, and it's calling me a social entrepreneur, which is not a term which is very common in India, but they have given a recognition to social entrepreneurs. So somehow UTV has played a big part, I would say. I like to read whenever I can. I watch National Geographic and Discovery. My husband has been my partner in this venture. We started it without any help from outside, with our own money saved by both of us. All the films I make, my husband is the only other team member. I shoot myself, I write the script myself. Both of us write it jointly. Yes, we are a two-member crew for the films which we make. So that's my husband. He's a consultant otherwise, but he finds time to support me in my work. I have two grown-up children. Both of them are working, so you can say I have a lot of free time to do other things.